Here we are for today's Daily Chelsea, your one-stop shop for all things Chelsea related. My treats today are a granola bar and a very disgusting looking green goddess. I need this, I've been at a wedding and I'm feeling slightly vulnerable today. I'm sorry about the noise, they're smashing a building down behind me, so not much I can do about that, but I do hope that you can hear me clearly. The first thing I need to do is say a huge thank you to my dear friend Jack D. He was caretaker manager yesterday while I was at a wedding and he was fantastic. I thoroughly appreciated the mask that you made of me. Cheers, mate. But Jack is a really dear friend and a huge Chelsea fan, and I was actually in the new camp with him when Ramirez chipped Valdez. I distinctly remember my lasting image of that event actually is Jack Davis with his top off, waving it around his head as Ramirez chipped Valdez. So yeah, he's a wonderful man. He really did me a favour. But let's get to business. No Easy Games, a website, have reported that Loïc Rémy is going to sign for West Ham for £8 million. 8 million quid, that sounds like absolutely nothing. It sounds like a daylight robbery, really. I really hope that this deal doesn't come off. I think that Remy's a fantastic player. I love the fact that we sing a song for him that is amended from a Beatles song, and I think that he pretty much scores every single time he plays. I just think that he is such a natural finisher, and I'd go as far as saying he's the most natural finisher I've seen at the club since Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. Don't shoot me, but I genuinely believe that. I haven't seen anybody put the ball in the back of the net as efficiently and easily, actually, as he does. So I really hope that he stays at the club. I think he's a fantastic second choice striker, but if he does leave, I think he should be going to a club in the Champions League, and I think that he should be going for a lot more than £8 million. Fingers crossed that one doesn't come off. The Express have reported some very troubling news. Thomas Rosicky is whispering, he's playing the Lady Macbeth character, and he's whispering in Petr Čech's ear that he needs to sign for Arsenal. This is terrible. As I've mentioned before, Arsenal are at most 3 players away from launching a really, really serious title challenge. We can't give Arsenal one of those players. If they sign Čech and then get hold of a central midfielder and a centre forward, they will launch a sustained and serious title challenge. We can't be helping them out. It's just not, it doesn't make any sense. It'd be completely counterproductive. So we really do need to be doing all we can to making sure that Petr Čech either stays at Chelsea, which is the dream scenario, or if he goes, he has to go abroad. PSG are also in the market and they've offered him £39 million over 5 years. That's in the Daily Express. 39 million quid over 5 years to live in gay Paris. Please do it, Petr. That is a brilliant opportunity for you, and I just really am troubled at the prospect of you getting that clean sheet record in an Arsenal shirt. They don't deserve you. You're far too good for them. Please, please, Paris. It's lovely, lovely city. Some very interesting news as well has been announced. We're redeveloping Stamford Bridge. This is excellent news. There was often talk of Chelsea leaving Stamford Bridge. Battersea was mentioned, Wood Lane was mentioned, which would have been awful. So it's really good news that we're going to redevelop. They're suggesting that we may have to leave Stamford Bridge for 3 years while this redevelopment takes place. I truly hope that we can manage to do it the way that we redeveloped when I was a kid. We just do one stand at a time, put a hoarding up with some false fans holding scarves. That would be the dream scenario for me. I really don't like the idea of leaving Stamford Bridge to play in Wembley, and I imagine if we played at Wembley they'd close the top tier. We'd be playing in front of 60,000 at Wembley, which would just not feel right. Twickenham has always been mentioned, but I know that the residents and locals of the borough of Twickenham are really anti that, so I can't see that one coming off. They have a maximum amount of functions that are allowed to happen at Twickenham, and what with the rugby and I think the Rolling Stones play there quite regularly, we just can't do it. I'd be really surprised if they would allow 19 Premier League games as well as all the cup games to be played there. That would be obviously the dream scenario, but I can't see that one coming off. I've also heard that the Olympic Park, West Ham, could be a place that we play our football. Really not keen on that. So let's just hope that we can stay at Stamford Bridge and gradually redevelop. We'll have to close one stand, play in front of 30,000 and redevelop the bridge as we go. The last thing that I would like to talk about is we've often wondered if John Terry is the best ever defender in the world, and I would say that he is. I don't think I've ever seen a defender who's even close to playing at his level consistently, and I think that he could actually, we've often said in jest, that man can walk on water. Well, guess what? He can. Look at this Instagram picture that he put up. He is, I believe it's called flyboarding, but if you ever wondered if John Terry could walk on water, here's a categorical proof. The man can. Guys, hope you enjoyed today's Daily Chelsea. Let me know what you think. It's very important because I really like to hear your opinions. This is all for you, so please comment below. Redevelopment of the bridge is a big one for me. What do you think? Would you be happy to leave Stamford Bridge for a few years, or do you think that we should do it and close off parts of the ground as we go? Our new champions.
I think Paul Pogba is of sufficient quality, that, especially in that league as well, especially in the Italian league. You know, he's probably the best player in that league.